And the thing about healthcare and science is generally we measure things, we make some type of a recommendation or prescription or intervention, and then we would remeasure them. And when it came to nutrition, I've been talking to my patients for a long, long time about nutrition, and I never had a way to tell if they were deficient to begin with. That was objective, and I never had a way to remeasure to see if they were compliant, if they were actually taking my recommendations, and then if those recommendations were even working. Well, now we have this new biomarker. It's the only validated non-invasive antioxidant instrument, and it's objective. It has proven patient outcomes and proven practice revenue models attached to it. And we've been endorsed by Professor Jerome Sherman, who's at the SUNY College of Optometry. Also, Dr. Paul Karpecki has one of our devices in his clinic, and Stuart Richer, OD PhD, who's the head of the Ocular Wellness and Nutrition Society, also loves our scanner. So the heavy hitters in optometry have embraced this technology. Raman spectroscopy is the physics principle. It's actually old science, won the Nobel Prize in 1930. And it was been used in many applications, astronomy, and also healthcare. Essentially, carotenoid molecules have these certain types of conjugate bonding that form an electron cloud around the molecule. And when blue photons hit that cloud, they resonate or vibrate and turn into green photons, and that can be measured. So the National Institute of Health and the National Eye Institute commissioned a study quite a while ago with the University of Utah and their biomedical optics laboratory. And they wanted to know if we could use Raman spectroscopy to evaluate for risk factors of macular degeneration. So a PhD physicist by the name of Dr. Werner Gellerman and his team of engineers worked on this device. Pharmanex did not have anything to do with this discovery. They are the company that bought the patents and then brought it to market as a commercially viable instrument. So the original device, as you can see on the right, was actually shining a blue laser into the macula, and then that blue laser, when it hit lutein and zeaxanthin, would change frequency into green, and they would measure that. They found it very difficult to administer the test, and they also became concerned about how many times you could actually run it on a macula or how frequently you could run it on an eye and not damage the tissue. So they changed their focus, and they started looking at measuring it through the skin. And as you can see on that graph, they had really good results. So basically, they found that what they were measuring in the skin directly correlated to what was in the blood. So they felt really good that this could be an overall health biomarker, an oxidative stress test is what it did. Now we've kind of refocused on the eye. A paper that was published in 2017 in Investigative Ophthalmology and Visual Sciences showed that the objective measurement of the macular pigment done with a spectralis machine directly correlates to what we're measuring in the skin, and revalidated that this also correlates to what's in the blood. So the subjective methods that we see out there that only measure one eccentricity, not as accurate as the objective measurements that are available now. So we have a solution. Again, the NIH funded this device's development. Pharmanex is the company that has purchased all the rights and now brought it to market. It's quick. It takes about 30 seconds to run the test, so it doesn't mess with a practice's workflow. It's very easy to administer. Any technician can do it easily and quickly. As I said before, it's pretty small, so it fits easily in a pretest room, and it's also portable, so you can take it room to room as well. Very cost-effective test to acquire as a practice and to take as a patient. We'll talk about that a little bit more towards the end. Because the American diets are generally very poor and our food sourcing is inadequate, about 94% of Americans fail this test. And yet we see with intervention about a 99% positive response rate. So it really opens a great opportunity for you to talk to your patients about nutrition and to help them get better results. So now we can evaluate nutritional status. We can recommend full body nutritional products or eye focused products.